Let's talk about stress, baby. Let's talk about you and me. Let's talk about all the bad things and the anxiety. Let's talk about stress. Let's talk about stress. Are you scared yet because of the mask? Hey everyone, it's me, Tatiana, your favorite licensed esthetician, lash artist, and tired mom. And I got my mask on, guys. Today I'm using the Clinical Dermalogica Pro. So unfortunately, you cannot buy this, but if you come with me to see me for a treatment once the shelter-in-place order is done, I can hook you up with this. It's the Clinical Oatmeal Mask, and I'm wearing it today because I'm feeling a little dry, a little patchy still from my eczema. It has oat to soothe and calm any irritation and itchiness. Also, because I thought it would be a great compliment to today's Tot Talk. Yeah, that's right. I like to talk to the camera, to you guys, whoever's watching, while I let my mask set, because what else am I going to do? I'm setting the timer for 10 minutes. Today we're talking about stress. So in my last Tot Talk, I did mention stress and how last year was very stressful. I know I wasn't the only one. And it was manifesting in my skin and just in all facets of my life. But it's of course stress is not going away. But I feel like I've managed it. I've figured out how to somewhat manage it. And I wanted to talk to you guys about that, how I'm managing stress, some things that you can do at home if you are stressed out. If you're a stressed out mom, I mean, unless all your kids are grown up and they don't bother you anymore, I think being a parent and having stress go hand in hand. But I have my notes, guys. So, first of all, stress impact on the skin. Okay, no, first of all, I talked about this before, but I stress in the past, stress was a word that I didn't use very often. I didn't feel comfortable using it. I felt like, I mean, my life was hard and I've had challenges. Everyone's had their share of challenges, but I used it very lightly because I felt like I didn't deserve to use it. I felt like if I used that word that I was being dramatic. But after becoming a parent, yeah, I can definitely say I'm stressed out. So I just want to let other folks know, like, let's use the word stress. Let's use that word. It's not bad all the time. It can help light the fire under our asses. Let's use the word. Let's normalize it. Don't be like me and just make it taboo. And then when you finally use it, you're like, oh my God, I'm so stressed out. So it can be a scary word. Stress can be scary, but hopefully for most of you, the stress kind of goes in and goes out. Chronic stress is kind of what we want to be very mindful of, and we kind of don't want to introduce the chronic stress into our life. So, stress and skin. Stress plays a big part on your skin. So, I mentioned before my eczema was like all fucked up last year, okay? So stress, okay, stress obviously from the pandemic, from just being at home with the people that I live with all the time, and then being a mom. I love my little baby, but sometimes the mommy, it gets to me. And just, yeah, 2020 was just a shit show, and we were all stressed out. It felt, yeah, and it's funny, not funny, but stress is not tangible. It's not something that you directly see the result of. It's something that's inside you. Um, and like I said, it was manifesting in my skin, so that's how I knew I was super stressed out and just I couldn't focus. And I don't think I was having panic attacks, but I felt more anxiety. And yeah, you just feel it. You can't really, it's not tangible, but you'll just feel it. And then chronic stress is, I don't know, yeah, I don't know how really how to describe it. So I felt it was being, I guess, spilling out into my marriage, and I found my temper getting a lot more shorter with my daughter, and it just didn't feel good. Like, like I said, you would know in yourself if there's something wrong or there's something off about you. And so chronic stress is what really gets our skin going, or not going, but it really affects our skin because it just causes more inflammation. When you're chronically stressed, it with the when the cortisol is released, that flight or fight hormone, it kind of dries your skin out, and it any breakouts you're having at the moment, it can cause them to heal slower, or stress can also cause you to break out. So the inflammation, and so for it's different for everybody. In my case, it was the eczema. It wasn't healing. That's how I knew my stress was chronic too, because my eczema was just not healing, even with all the steroids in the world. And then that would make me more stressed out because I would use the steroids, and the doctor says, okay, this will go away after 10 days, but 10 days and they were still not going away. So I stopped using the steroids and I started using more of Dermalogica's sensitive line, like products like this with oat, because with eczema, with the more you scratch, it's definitely not going to heal. You want it to, so the point of the steroid is to make you stop scratching so that you can get it to a place where it can heal. But I was scratching constantly, and then I figured out that when I started to feel stress, or when I started to feel some kind of anxiety, I would instantly, like the first thing I would do is I would scratch. And then once I became mindful of that, that's the hard part too, is not scratching. But you have to think of the end goal. My goal was just to keep my eczema at bay. So anytime I had the urge to scratch, I would just surely try to fight it. And so stress and breakouts, if you are someone who's acne prone, or if you're just breaking out because of hormonal reasons, your skin will get more inflamed because of the stress, and the breakout's not even going to heal if you're chronically stressed. So it's easy. I know, easier said than done, especially with now. Oh my God, girl, guy. I am a Twitter junkie. I love going on Twitter, but I had to stop myself like the last week, ever since the January 6th, the insurrection, the all that bullshit at the Capitol happened. I had to stop going on Twitter because I could feel it raising my blood pressure, and I was getting stressed out just from looking at Twitter. So that's one stress management thing. Try to stop with the doom scrolling, or on Facebook or Instagram or any kind of social media. If you're scrolling and you just feel like it's mindless, or if you feel like it's making you upset. I mean, on one end, it can relieve your stress if like it's helping you think, it's helping to take you away from whatever your issue is, or your source of anxiety is. That mindless scrolling can help after a while, but I was realizing that it was kind of a time suck for me, and so I'm really trying to limit my Twitter now, and Facebook, and using Instagram just for business, because yeah, you would feel it in your chest. You could feel your blood boiling. Then put the phone down and stop. Another stress management. If you have pets, you guys, your dog, cat, hamster, guinea pig, snake, whatever, they're there for you. So there is. I'm not a psychologist, okay, but just from the dogs that I have at home, if you just petting them, I do like mindful petting now. So, when they're curled up like, next to you, or while you're watching TV, you just, oh, pet them while they're there. But now, when I pet my dog, I like really have a moment with him, because I just like take time just to be in the moment and try not to think about what is stressing me. Also, I got 2 minutes, guys. Woo, the timer's about to go off. Breathing. So I learned this from my therapist. I asked her, I said, I love my daughter so much. She's my little angel baby face cakes. She's 4 years old, and now she has a thing where she goes, "Mommy, mommy, mommy," instead of like one mommy, like, "Mommy, can I have a cookie?" It's "Mommy, mommy, mommy, mommy." It's multiple mommies, okay? And I love her so much, but sometimes they can send me over the edge, and sometimes I can't with you right now with all the mommies. Sometimes I have to flee. I have to flee to the bathroom, and just for refuge, okay? Because there are certain days where I'm like, I can't take it. So I asked my therapist, what can I do to not go batshit crazy on my daughter? So breathing exercises help a lot. There's one that she taught me where you inhale for 4 seconds and then you exhale for 8 seconds. So it goes like this. Breathe in, and then breathe out. I don't even know. Did I go to 8 or did I go to 9? But you see what I'm talking about. Just breathing, but really trying to filter out the chaos that's around you just for, I don't know, a minute really helps. For me, I like it because it just lowers my blood pressure. And then I can reset and refocus. Meditation is great, and it's kind of, it can be daunting and intimidating in the beginning, but there are really good apps like the Calm app. There are a lot of great guided meditations on YouTube. I know with meditating, if you don't meditate, your first thought is like, oh, I gotta sit in silence. I can't do that. The guided meditations I love because it's just someone talking, so you're focused on their voice, and you can do guided meditations at nighttime. They'll help you fall asleep. So it's all the little things, guys, to work on stress management. I know it's kind of, if you are in a very, my timer's about to go off, but I'm gonna give us a little extra time. If you are in a high, like if your job makes you stressed out all the time, or the kids, or just looking at the news, some stress is not, it's not gonna go away. But let's figure out on trying on how to manage it, because the chronic stress is really what's gonna get your skin going gaga and your body, and it's just not great for your whole well-being, guys and gals and party people. So yes, stress management, it's all the little things, petting your dog, even taking more time in your skincare routine, anything that, if you're able, if you do have kids and you have a co-parent there, or your partner there, your spouse, your mom, your dad, someone to watch your kid just for a little bit, or you can do your stress relief thing after your kid goes to bed if you're a single parent. But just try to carve like a minute or 5 minutes for yourself to breathe, to meditate, exercise, watch something funny, so that we don't make the stress a regular thing. And I don't know if I covered everything I wanted to, but hey, that was my Tot Talk. And I hope that you lovely people out there will try a stress, do one, promise me, okay? Let's pinky promise you guys that you're gonna do one stress management thing a day. Okay, fine. You'll do 3 times a week, or you'll limit your doom scroll. The kids are calling it doom scrolling now, because when you're scrolling, it's just all bad, all bad, all bad. Yeah, just lessen your mindless scrolling time. And I'm not saying you have to go read, but if that helps you de-stress, go read. Just do something, a little something every other day, a couple times a week, to get that chronic stress level down. And then you can have beautiful skin. Oh, also a good skincare routine helps as well. But that was my Tot Talk. Thank you so much for watching.